Hello friends, all the processes of meditation are meant to bring you into the present. Often people want to know before meditating that what they will achieve by meditating. That is, what is the result of meditation? It is worth noting that this question that is arising in his mind is a form of worry about the future. Because meditation has to be done now, but its result is always found in the future, and in the same way our mind is somewhere surrounded by the worries of the future or past, and meditation pulls our mind and brain from the future and past and brings it to the present. And once our mind tastes the present, it experiences real joy. If the whole life of a person is summed up in two words, there are two words, happiness and sorrow. These joys and sorrows combine to form such a cycle. Such a sphere makes such a wheel that a person keeps spinning round and round in that wheel throughout his life, and while walking in that sphere, sometimes he crosses sorrow and reaches happiness. But he does not know at that time that this sphere of happiness will also turn around and bring sorrow again, and the whole life of the man gets caught in this affair. But once you understand this affair, both happiness and sorrow are two ends of the same sphere. Whether we start with happiness or sorrow, we will eventually reach the other corner. If our mind accepts this thing, then only a person starts thinking about getting out of this cycle, and the only way out of it is meditation, because happiness and sorrow are always from the past and future, and meditation overwhelms us with the joy of the present. Today's story that I am about to tell you will take you out of the cycle of happiness and sorrow and give you a glimpse of the joy of the present. Before you get lost in this story, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Once upon a time, a young man comes to the Buddha and says to him, "Buddha, will you answer one of my questions?" The Buddha smiled and said, "Ask what to ask." After this, the young man said, "O Buddha, my age is not very old yet, but I am very upset, very sad. I want to know from you that there is so much suffering in my life, so there is still a lot of life left. Will there be suffering in my life? Is there no way to get rid of these sufferings?" Hearing this, the Buddha says, "I do not see your sorrows." Hearing this, the young man says that Buddha's sorrow is inside me, within me. How will you see it? Hearing this, the Buddha asks the young man, "Do you see your sorrows?" The young man says, "Yes, Buddha, I can see my sorrows very well." Then the Buddha asked, "What is the root of these sufferings?" While a discussion is going on between the Buddha and the young man, a monk comes in. The monk whispers something in the Buddha's ear. Then the Buddha says to the young man, "Today I will take you to a place to show you the truth of life. You don't have to say anything there. Keep listening to everything in silence. After this, you will get the answers to all your questions yourself." Saying this, the young man starts following Buddha. After walking some distance, Gautama Buddha enters a house. After entering the house, the young man and the Buddha see that a large number of people have gathered there, and in the middle is an old man lying on the cot. On seeing the Buddha, all the people made a way for him, and the Buddha sat down beside the man on his cot. The young man also sits nearby. After this, the old man who was lying on the cot starts saying, "O Buddha, I do not know how many breaths are left in my life. I don't know when I will get a call from God's house. Buddha, I want to know from you the answers to some of my questions before I die. I know only you can answer those questions. That's why I called you here." Thereupon the old man began to say, "O Buddha, in his last moments, I miss my childhood days very much. I remember the days of my childhood and think that those days were too, neither worrying about gaining anything, nor the sorrow of losing anything. Tears come in my eyes by remembering those childhood days. I think how open my mind was at that time. Get anything in mind. I didn't want to. Whatever game he used to play, he used to be engaged in the same game throughout the day. But after some time, as I started becoming, people started asking me to take me ahead in life. My father used to tell me, 'Why are you not like your brother? Why do you lag behind other people?' Hearing all this, my mind started to feel very restless. People used to taunt me a lot because neither I was good in sports nor good in studies. Everyone asked me to be like someone else, and I decided to achieve something in life after getting fed up with their taunts. I promised myself that I too would become a human being like my brother, and for this, I started working hard day and night. There were a lot of difficulties in the beginning, a lot of disappointment, but I did not give up and I did my own business. After that, I felt like getting something. I was very happy because of the people who taunted me. The same people were now walking back and forth in front of me. After some time, I got married to a rich daughter, and after that I felt like my life had become heaven. A few years later, I had 2 sons. Both were very beautiful and strong. Now my mind was eager to do something for my children. I started earning more money, and soon I became the most merchant in my town. Everything was going well, but who can avoid the unexpected? One day suddenly my wife settled on me. This hurt me very deeply. I did not come out of my house for many days. My sons used to give me courage that father is no more and what has happened cannot come back. But we 2 brothers will always support you. We will always serve you. You do not need to worry about anything, and gradually I also convinced my mind that now I have to live without my beloved wife. That is why I took my mind with my sons. I felt sorrow in their happiness. I felt sorrow in their sorrow. After this, the old man said, "O Buddha, in this life cycle, I often felt that what is life? How to know life in its depth, how to know who I am and what I came into this world to do." Many such questions kept arising in my mind, and I also came to know about you that Buddha explains such systems of meditation by which the meaning of life can be understood. But I always used to think that first I remove sorrows and troubles from my life. After that I will put my whole mind in meditation, and I could never meditate by thinking this. Time passed slowly, and finally I fell ill after getting older. Well, there is nothing lacking in my life. My sons supported me well. I have achieved a lot in life, but if I look back in my life now, I realize that my childhood days were there. It was the sweetest day. Then the old man said to the Buddha, "I am the guest of Chand. I know this, but can you tell me some formula so that I can die peacefully? Let all the questions and answers in my mind be calmed down, and I can die understanding the real meaning of life." Hearing this, Buddha said why every person loves childhood days. Because at that time he has no worries. He has no longing in his mind. He gets engrossed in whatever work he is engaged in. But as a person ages, his desires go day by day, and that is why man is often engaged in preparing for the future or keeps thinking about the past. And he forgets to live in the present, and if we see a small child, then there is no future or no past for him. For him, there is only the present, and that is why he lives in the present with complete bliss. You spent your whole life in your successes, your sons, your wife, and your future plans, and you always thought that first I will organize my life, and then I will seek the truth. After that, I will meditate. But we forget that tomorrow never comes. Future plans are never fulfilled. When one plan is completed, our mind makes other plans, and thus the cycle of life goes on. Keeps on, and now at the last moment when death is lying on your bed, you realize that I have not achieved anything in life. Now you feel that you cannot take a needle with you from what you have done. If you understood this at that time, death would never come with certainty. It can come at any time. If your mind had understood this at that time, then you would have started meditating and searching for truth at that time. You try to find someone who can go with you, who can show you the way to die perfectly. The old man said to the hand Buddha, "O Buddha, I know I've made mistakes. I have not lived my life meaningfully, and I have realized this very deeply. But I want to know from you again the same formula. Can I not die with perfection now? Can I not get any glimpse of the truth right now?" Hearing this, the Buddha rubbed the man's hand and said that now only one rule remains to be understood, and that rule is this: whatever you gained or lost in life, do all that right here. Don't take it with your mind. Create this feeling in your mind that you have learned a lot from your life, and in reality you have made a lot of progress in your life because you have realized that nothing is meaningful in life. And knowing this is also a great achievement. People live and die all their lives, but they do not know the futility of life. So drop all the questions from your mind now and create this feeling that I have known what was like knowing in life, and now there is nothing left to know in life. When you are filled with this feeling, this awareness, you will become completely empty and die. And in reality, this is the art of dying. Whatever we gained in life, whatever we lost, was of this world and it will remain here. Nothing will go with us. We will go empty. We will go completely empty, and those who go completely empty of their mind, in fact, the lamp of knowledge burns inside them, and they can later attain that state of nirvana in other lives. But before that, you have to understand the futility of this life. Here nothing matters gaining or losing anything. After this, the man did not ask any questions for a long time, and he died smiling. After this, the Buddha asked the young man if you got the answers to your questions, and if you got them, tell everyone what answers you got. The young man said, Buddha, I have got the answers to my questions. From this man's life cycle, I have understood that there is nothing to achieve in life. Whether it is happiness or sorrow, everything is left behind here, and if we remain stuck in this cycle, then we will never know the truth. That is why happiness and sorrow will continue in life. Along with this, we have to search for truth. But Buddha, I still have a question left in my mind whose answer is very important for everyone to know. My question is that I am very inspired to meditate, but I do not know any way how to do meditate. All the processes of meditation are made to bring you to your senses. It's meant to bring you into the present. If you can do any work with full presence and concentration of yourself, then you are in meditation. But our attention keeps wandering here and there. I will tell you a small method to stay in the present while doing your work, through which you can also do your work and also understand meditation. Whenever you are walking, getting up, start meditating on your breath. Which nostril is the breath coming from? What nose is it going through? Which corner of the nose is it hitting from? Just be a witness to it. Keep observing it, do anything. Walk around, eat food. Concentrate on your breath, and by doing this you will feel that your mind and your thoughts carry you here and there. But after a while, you will again become conscious that you will have to concentrate on your breath, and your attention will again stop accumulating, and gradually when you start looking at your thoughts, you will find that the thoughts have started dissolving. There is an empty field left inside you. All the questions and answers have disappeared. After this, Buddha said that the breath moves in the present, neither does it move in the future, nor does it move in the past. It is the present. That is the present state, and when you go with your breath you learn to meditate in the present, because the breath you are concentrating on is going on in the present. After this, step by step, you will start feeling meditation itself. Then whatever work you do, your whole attention will be engaged in it. So start from where you are. Start breathing right here, right now. So friends, if you like this story, then like it, comment and share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel so that you will continue to bring such a story for you even further. Then that's all for today. I'll see you the next day with another such story.